Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Five new stories for you viewers. Firstly, Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud arrived in Addis Ababa this evening. He was received by the Ethiopian PM. I told you about that this morning that Hassan Sheikh was going to visit Ethiopia. But PM Abiy shared a social media message to welcome Hassan Sheikh, the President of Somalia. How warm is the message? I found the message very cold, by the way. Secondly, Axum, where the issue of hijab is creating a real polarization in the city. This is what was feared, by the way. The matter was not handled properly. Now, Axum people who are non Muslims or Orthodox, they're being mobilized by the Axum government on this issue of hijab, reportedly. Thirdly, Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia yesterday issued a statement about large number of people being detained at a warehouse in Addis Ababa. Who are these people? Why were they detained? Lastly, is Kenya going to legalize crypto, Bitcoin, and altcoins? Kenyan Treasury Cabinet Secretary spoke on this issue. It seems that a draft regulation is being considered. Before these four news stories, after around an hour, an announcement. After around an hour, I'll be back with this week's second live chat. Looking forward to see you with your questions and comments. One important update before the start of the four news stories. Another earthquake in Ethiopia. It was recorded around 2 hours ago. Earthquakes are now daily occurrence in the vicinity of Addis Ababa. Almost on daily basis, Addis Ababa residents are feeling the tremors of earthquakes. And the latest earthquake was 5.2 magnitude. That is why tremors were felt, strongly felt in Addis Ababa. Center was awash. Most of these earthquakes are centered in awash. No, luckily, no news of any damage in Addis Ababa. Debre Birhan also felt the tremors reported. Let's hope and pray that the magnitude remains below 5. 5.2 is a low magnitude earthquake, but if it starts rising and it reaches somewhere near 6, it would be devastating. Let's hope that earthquakes in Ethiopia remain below 5, if they happen. Now it's four news stories. Firstly, Somalia's President Hassan Sheikh has landed in Addis Ababa. I did a video this morning. I told you that Hassan Sheikh was going to visit Addis Ababa. Confirmed now. He landed at Bole International Airport. Abiy himself welcomed him at the airport. But the message which the Prime Minister shared in social media seemed to be very cold. Whenever PM Abiy is warm towards someone, excited about the visit of foreign leader, he always uses terms like brother, like friend, and to show respect, he uses words like His Excellency. No such words used for Hassan Sheikh. People would say you're reading too much into PM Abiy's tweet. Yes, you can say that, but I am comparing his past tweets to welcome other leaders and his tweet to welcome President Hassan Sheikh. What did he write? Simple message. He said, I warmly welcome Hassan Sheikh, the president of Somalia, on working visit to Ethiopia. No use of the word brother, friend, etc. So I see it a very cold message, by the way. But he himself went to the airport to welcome the president of Somalia. And the road from airport, exit road, was decorated with flags of Ethiopia and Somalia. The two are going to hold discussions. I mentioned 3 points this morning, that the 3 points could be under discussions between the Prime Minister of Ethiopia and the President of Somalia. Let's wait. We'll have to wait a little to see what the two leaders discussed. I think Abiy should not see Hassan Sheikh as the president of a weak country. Yes, Ethiopian troops are there in Somalia helping Somalia security forces, but Ethiopian troops are defending Ethiopia too by fighting in Somalia, because if they withdraw from Somalia, Al-Shabaab could make inroads into Ethiopia. Hassan Sheikh proved in the last 1 year that he should not be underestimated. He put up a stiff diplomatic resistance to PM Abiy's ambitions to implement MOU with Somaliland. Ultimately, PM Abiy was forced to take Somalia seriously. I would say. That's what I'm saying. That Ankara declaration. I said the day the declaration was signed that Ankara declaration was a diplomatic defeat for the Ethiopian PM. But Hassan Sheikh is also in trouble in Jubaland. Ethiopia played a smart shot in Jubaland. It backed Jubaland regional president in the latter's dispute with the federal government of Somalia. Issues are still unsolved between Ethiopia and Somalia. This visit is crucial. And after this visit, we'll see the course which bilateral relations will take. Ethiopia, Somalia, bilateral relations. Secondly, viewers, I have been warning that the issue of hijab should be handled in a responsible manner. It should not be a source of creating divisions in Tigray. It seems divisions are now very visible. Communities being involved. It was a simple issue between some schools and Muslim female students. The schools, government officials, regional or Axum city government officials, they should have solved the issue without involvement of the general community. Why? Because if the community is involved, then obviously the matter becomes complex, because there are different types of people in community, and some are some have strong views, and those with strong views, they then try to fuel a conflict because they don't want to make a compromise on the strong views. What happened in Axum in the last 48 hours is that the residents of Axum are now involved. Residents of Axum held some meetings with Axum government officials, education department officials. Large meetings, reportedly. Hundreds of Axum residents were part of the meetings. And they stood with the schools. They opposed the position of Muslim students. Muslim students want to wear hijab. Schools are opposing it. And Axum residents, hundreds of them, are supporting the school authorities. Why? Because the issue is now turning into a religious issue. Axum is the center of Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity. If this matter turns into a religious matter, definitely Muslims won't be able to live in Axum. They won't be able to exercise their right of following their religion in Axum. Because Axum is the center. And some viewers you must have seen are very sensitive Some views, Orthodox Christians, they say no Muslim should be allowed to practice their religion in Axum. They draw parallels between Axum and Makkah, that in Makkah, non-Muslims are not allowed to practice their religion, they're not allowed to live. So why should Muslims be allowed to live and practice their religion in Axum? The problem here is that Tigray regional government, Axum government, they have not taken this official position. They should take this official position if they want to stop Muslims from practicing the religion. That Axum is the center of Orthodox Christianity. That is why Muslims cannot follow their religious practices publicly in Axum. They have not said that so far. Only people are saying that in the private conversations. Issue unsolved. I think this issue now is turning into a religious issue and maybe a political issue. Axum is being controlled by TPLF, the Bratzian wing. Getachew, the central, Getachew, the regional government's education bureau gave a statement and it supported, indirectly, it supported Muslim students' position. So it could turn into Getachew versus the Bratzian groups too. This issue is now becoming complicated. Tigray Islamic Affairs Supreme Council regional wing 2 days ago announced to go to a court to start legal battle on this issue. What about the educational career of over 100 Muslim students who were due to appear at 12th grade university entrance exam, but they did not fill out the forms because they were not attending school. They've been suspended from schools. Their career is in danger. No solution has been found. So I have seen several Tigrayan diaspora, female and male members. They are overwhelmingly supportive of female students' right to wear a hijab. But the local authorities and some residents of Som seem to be backing local schools' position, it seems. Thirdly, viewers, Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia has released a statement, alarming statement. What is happening? Is there any rule of law in Ethiopia? A complete disregard, utter disregard for the fundamental rights of people is on display in Ethiopia. Human rights organizations are under pressure in Ethiopia. Human Rights Council of Ethiopia, I think, is not working in Ethiopia now. Its chief, Dan Yerga, fled Ethiopia. Other workers of the commission, they've been complaining of harassment, that government officials harass them, threaten them. So they have stopped their operations in Ethiopia. Don Yerga has fled Ethiopia. Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia is working. And this body issued a statement yesterday. Human Rights Commission of Ethiopia says that people are being arbitrarily detained from the streets of Addis Ababa. In December, large number of people, youths mostly, was detained from the streets of Addis Ababa. They were then kept at a warehouse in Kaliti area of Addis Ababa. And they were told to leave the capital or work at some agricultural farms. And they were shifted to agricultural farms to work there. The Human Commission of Ethiopia says that it's a violation of people's fundamental rights. They cannot be forced to work at some particular place. Government has not issued any counter statement saying that government wants to protect the capital. It does not want the capital Addis Ababa streets to be full of homeless people. That is why it just arrests them arbitrarily and then just transports them out of Addis Ababa. Obviously, it's not legal, it's not fair. People cannot be denied. People cannot be denied. They have the right to work in Addis Ababa. People come to Addis Ababa because they know that there are more opportunities in Addis Ababa in terms of jobs. But it seems that those who have nowhere to go, who are on the streets, they are being targeted by the government people. Lastly, viewers, is Kenya going to legalize crypto? Bitcoin and altcoins. Kenyan Treasury Cabinet Secretary spoke on this issue. Uh, and he has confirmed that a regulation has been drafted. His name is John Mabadi. Draft crypto regulation is being considered, and Kenyan government is inviting public comments. The draft regulation has been shared on a website, and people are being asked to write their comments about the draft crypto regulation. 24th of January is the last day for writing these comments. So people can express their views about the draft regulation, and after that, Kenyan government will decide whether to turn the draft regulation into a regulation or to amend it or to discard it. Ethiopia is also considering legalization of crypto reportedly. A few days ago, Mamu Merito, National Bank governor, spoke on this issue. And he said that Ethiopia could consider legalizing crypto in changed circumstances. The way cryptocurrencies are being legalized and accepted in some other parts, some other countries of the world, some African countries might start legalizing them. Though it's not going to be easy, by the way, because which currencies will be legalized, and will government buy that currency which will be legalized by the government, and what will be the impact of government's decision to legalize crypto on crypto prices. Lots of questions. Let's see. Kenya is considering legalizing crypto, it seems. Thanks for watching.